In the sprawling realm of social media, where attention is currency and followers are the ultimate prize, some influencers will resort to shocking tactics to gain more views and increase their follower count. As surreal as it may sound, one such tactic is faking their own death. So let's talk about it. Who are the influencers who have gone so far as to fake their deaths? What were they thinking? And how does this menacing behavior affect society? Let's dive in. Irfan Khan. 28-year-old Irfan Khan, popularly known by his Instagram handle Ify Khan, was an event planner and Instagram heartthrob. But in July 2021, it wasn't his modeling or skills as an event planner that made him go viral. One Friday afternoon, he took to the tracks of Khar railway station, one of the wealthier lines in Mumbai, before it was bombed in 2006. There he created a video in which he was seen going through his phone and being sad because his girlfriend had just broken up with him. In minutes, the video turns into a mortifying episode from Final Destination, where Khan is seen voluntarily jumping in front of a moving train. The video received thousands of views within the first hour of being posted, sparking controversy amongst several people on the internet who speculated whether the footage was real and whether the influencer was dead. A police officer was also one of those viral hits. Khan was arrested the next day and slapped with several cases of lawsuits, which included endangering himself and promoting suicide, as well as nuisance and trespassing, since Khar railway station had been closed off to the public for years. After his release on bail, Khan apologized to the public for making the video, saying people took it the wrong way. According to him, the message was meant to be motivational, as he was only encouraging people not to die by suicide, especially not after being rejected by a girl, as he tried to portray in his video. Next up, David Berton. With over 150,000 views and counting on TikTok, a 45-year-old German influencer, David Berton, popularly known online as Ragnar Lefew, faked his death with the help of his family. It was tagged a pitiful prank on social media and received severe backlash from people who believed the lesson the prank was supposed to teach was a hoax to gain more views and increase follower count on social media. What's worse is the influencer had his family involved in the prank and even dragged one of his daughters into it, who took to social media to lament her father's death, saying, "Why is life so unfair? Why you? You were going to be a grandfather and still had your whole life ahead of you. I love you. We love you. We will never forget you." While social media mourned his death, along with family and friends who appeared to be at a burial site of the influencer, he suddenly made a grand entrance, showing up in a helicopter alongside a filming crew. Although he wasn't arrested, he was forced to explain the reasons behind the prank to the public. He took to social media to do just that, saying that his extended family had grown apart and it hurt him to be the lonely one. That's why he wanted to give them a life lesson so they didn't have to wait until someone died to reunite. Whether this lesson stuck with the family or tore them more widely apart is unknown to the public, but it did ruin his reputation, and several fans unfollowed him afterward. Amy Slayton Halterman. Amy and Tammy Slayton are two sisters famous for appearing on My 600 Pound Life TV show. The two owned a YouTube channel on which they shared their daily lives and feeding habits. They were trying to lose some weight to qualify for surgery. People appreciated their originality on social media and the love between both sisters, which garnered thousands of followers. But they didn't know that the sisters would exploit this love. Tammy took to the platform to announce that her sister was in a near-death situation at the hospital. With tears streaming down her eyes, she asked her viewers to donate any amount they could to a GoFundMe account, and they raised $1,000. The very next day, Tammy posted a video showing both sisters healthy. This began to cause a stir on YouTube as fans started to speculate whether or not news of Amy's illness and near-death experience was accurate at all. They asked that Tammy provide a receipt of the hospital bill, but she couldn't, making up excuses that she sent the money to her mother, who was in charge of paying the hospital. Although no one rightly accused her of lying and exploitation, it was an obvious hoax, which led to the end of their celebrity status on YouTube as their follower count rapidly reduced. Next up, the Dobre brothers. Lucas and Marcus Dobre, commonly known as the Dobre brothers, are not new to the online community for their outrageous pranks, which usually involves members of their family. Their channel on YouTube currently has almost 13 million followers and 10 times more views. This makes one wonder why they upload content with fake news, but that is the family's trademark. On January 10, 2022, Lucas posted an episode on their channel, which he tagged, "My twin brother is dead." The episode begins with Lucas reading a suicide note left behind by his brother, after which he breaks into a stream of tears. He then begins searching around the house for Marcus and calling for Marcus until suddenly he finds a tombstone outside the house. The video took a confusing turn as it cut into Marcus speaking into a camera, apologizing that he wasn't dead and only wanted to prank his family. Although his fans didn't take it too well, they probably knew it was a prank from the start. But should such matters be taken as a lighthearted joke? Amidst the outrage and controversies that news of a fake death brings, there's no doubt that there's some lessons to be learned. But first, let us understand who these culprits are. What are the determining factors between celebrities who would fake their deaths and those who would not? First, attention seeking. Some influencers who are famed obsessed could believe that a death prank is a dramatic way to draw attention and grow their following. Case in point, the already famous Dobre brothers. They already have a reputation for scandal, so they are a classic example of influencers who would view this kind of stunt as a means of maintaining their relevance. Sadly, there are other reasons to be blamed than just seeking attention. Similarly, celebrities who are having a hard time with their careers may see pretending to be dead as a last-ditch effort to become relevant again and attract attention from the media. However, it's unclear how much of a role celebrities like Harrison Ford, George Clooney, and Britney Spears plays in the phony death reports that have been linked to them. More importantly, pretending to be dead can be a distress signal for people who are struggling with mental health concerns. Even though this behavior is often denounced, it may be the result of underlying sadness and feelings of loneliness, which drive people to go to the extreme means to get support or attention. Influencers may also stage their demise to escape difficulties or disputes in their personal or professional lives, to avoid debts, legal issues, or poisonous relationships. Pretending to be dead could seem like a way out of difficult situations. All things considered, there are many different and intricate reasons for such dishonest behavior, many of which include aspects of celebrity seeking, inner turmoil, mental health problems, and the need for escape or introspection. The ramifications of faking one's death go beyond social media. First, one should think about possible criminal accusations. Deception and fraud are involved in fabricating a death, and they can have major legal repercussions, including submitting fake police reports, insurance fraud, and even fraud conspiracy charges. Furthermore, superstars' influence on the general population is immeasurable, particularly for those with an extensive fan base. Such an action compromises the legitimacy of the celebrity's identity and betrays the faith of admirers and followers. All things considered, the ramifications of pretending to be dead are severe and varied. From personal and legal consequences to societal repercussions, it can leave behind a lifelong impact on the individual as well as their community.